22.
Okay.
All right.
Mike over there, Mike Meadows. Okay. Will you walk over there?
We're joined by the remaining 3 NASCAR Camping World Truck Series playoff drivers here at Talladega Superspeedway. We have Stuart Friesen, driver of the number 52 We Build America Chevrolet, who's sitting just outside the cutoff line for the next round. Justin Haley, driver of the number 24 Fraternal Order of Eagles Chevrolet, who is locked into the next round with a win at Canadian Tire earlier this year. And Johnny Sauter, driver of the number 21 ISM Connect Chevrolet, who has a win here at Talladega back in 2013. We will open it up to questions for our panel. Please raise your hand. We will get a wireless microphone to you. We'll start in the back with Matt.
Justin, you've already advanced. Matt Weaver with Auto Week, by the way, so I'll clear you of this question. But for the other guys, how much information do you want to be fed during the course of the race as far as the point scenario, the guys in front of you, behind you, stuff like that?
I don't know. It really doesn't matter. We know what we have to do. We have to make a lot of points, so we have to race our own race, and whatever, Crafton and Rhodes there are doing, it really doesn't, force our hand any which way. We gotta race hard and collect some stage points, then be there at the end too.
Johnny?
Yeah, for me, I mean, I'm I guess anything can happen. So I'm a glass half empty kind of guy, and so tomorrow the race will start, and you just never know what's going to happen. So as far as information from the team and whatever, I guess that doesn't really matter. The information that I would like to hear is, okay, you're locked in, now let's go race for the win. So, but I think we just have to play a kind of a smart first stage or two, and hopefully we can accumulate some points that puts us over the edge. And then, but I'm kind of like in the same boat Stuart is. I don't, I'm not going to worry about it. Things are either going to work out or they won't.
And also for Johnny, you had said at Bristol that you were looking forward to this little break that the Truck Series had just because you wanted to get a chance to get your super late program where it needed to be. Now that you've ran a couple of races, ran at La Crosse, do you feel like you've got the speed in that car that you need to?
Yeah, no, it's been awesome. I won race at Wisconsin Dells in September, and then I went to La Crosse last weekend and won Friday, and then got disqualified on Sunday. So that was fun, and the car had good speed. We raced hard all weekend, and yeah, that's been a lot of fun. So people can complain about the break, but I kind of liked it. So gets you a chance to get your kids into school and get all that stuff settled up, and then get ready for this final stretch here. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Additional panel questions for our panel here? Jerry?
Jerry Jordan, KickingTires.net and PRN. Just talk to us about the unpredictability here at Talladega and how you guys go out on the track. And, we always see, in the truck race especially, some chaos on the track. And is there any way to avoid that? And what is your outlook?
Yeah, obviously there's chaos. It's a super speedway. I don't think there's a way to avoid it unless you do like what Joe Gibbs did a few years ago and just lag way back for the whole race. But, we can't do that, especially these boys. I can pretty much do whatever I want tomorrow to put myself in the best position for the win. Obviously, I'm going to be, helping my GMS teammates out quite a bit. If I get in a position where I can help Stuart or Johnny and push them to a stage winner or something like that, obviously I'm going to do so because it doesn't affect me. And getting these trucks locked in is, our biggest concern right now. I know he's not quite a GMS teammate, but he's in-house, so he might as well be. So
that means he's not going to help me very much.
No, he's cool. But
in order of helping, Johnny's number 1, I'm number 2.
He's a Chevy teammate. Let's just put it that way. So no one's 1 or 2 here. So obviously there's going to be chaos, and staying out of trouble is going to be big, but that's pretty unpredictable. So you just got to go run your race.
We'll go in the far back right to Rick.
Rick Menard. Johnny, when you're out racing your late model and you talk to like the veteran late model drivers, do you sense that they have all kind of given up on being sitting up here like where you 3 are now? And if they were to be able to find a way to get here at this stage of their careers, what would they do for the sport, you think? Like a Bubba Pollard kind of guy.
Yeah, I hung out with Bubba quite a bit at the tavern, and we talked quite a bit about racing and just general stuff like that. Obviously, Richie Bickle was up there running, so I saw him at McDonald's for breakfast yesterday, and just so anyway, yeah, I mean they talk about it, but I think those kind of guys are very content doing what they're doing. I think it's racing in its purest form. A lot of times is the Saturday night stuff, in my humble opinion, and I think those guys are having a blast. I know Bubba is for sure, being able to go out and race all over, run for, basically all the big show races, big paying races, whatever. I mean, and he's been really successful doing that this year, and I know he's having a blast. And guys like Bickle that have been here, they're content doing what they're doing. So, I think it's cool to see guys doing that kind of stuff personally, and maybe. I'd love to see it. Yeah, for sure. I think it would be great. Obviously I can say that because I'm sitting up here and I'm 40 and everybody around me is 18 to 20. But
Stuart,
yeah,
how old are you?
Not 18 to 20.
Well, you're
Wish
still.
I was once.
But I think it would be awesome to see some of those guys like you maybe used to see back in the day. A guy like Mike Garvey or whoever just get an opportunity to pop in once in a while. I think it would be pretty awesome if that was still the case.
We'll go to Caleb on the left side.
Caleb Whistler kicking the tires on it. This is for Justin and Johnny with Sheldon Creed and Tyler Dipple joining y'all's organization at Martinsville. How much are you guys going to kind of bond with them for them to help you guys in this playoff run going to Homestead?
I was called to the Chevy simulator to help them, give them a little advice on Phoenix and Texas, I believe. So in that aspect, I've been helping them a little bit. But at the track, obviously, GMS has their team meetings and whatnot. And obviously, we're all one team. So we'll help them as much as we can. But me and Johnny are trying to chase a championship. So I think, we're going to focus on ourselves quite a bit, be a little more selfish than we were earlier in the season. Just in that aspect, trying to get our stuff running good.
Matt Weaver, Auto Week for Justin. You were tasked with studying the double yellow lines. What did you learn about them over the course of going through the Google machine?
Yeah, the double yellow lines are always fun. I don't know. It was I still look back on that day, and honestly, I think it probably gained me a lot more media not winning the race than it probably would have winning the race. So when I look at my trophy room, I would like to see the trophy. But me and Larson have talked about it. Larson, I think he agrees just about as much as I do on the calling, and I think almost everyone in the garage does too. So it's tough. The rules, there's certain rules that have gray areas that we don't like. I think that's one of them in that situation. I think super speedway racing with the tandem locking bumpers, I think that's a big gray area because you watch almost all 3 races every weekend and people lock up and they do nothing about it, and then some random person locks up and then they get penalized. So I think with the rules package all 3 series have right now, I don't think we're ever going to tandem up like we used to. So I think that rule should go away as well because it's just too hard for us drivers to see the front. I think these guys would agree. So there's plenty of rules like that have a bunch of gray areas, especially in super speedway racing, but there's really nothing we can do about it.
All right, gentlemen, thanks for joining us this afternoon, and good luck tomorrow.